So, after 5 long years, Attack on Titan fans are finally getting what they wanted. Season 2! Was it worth the wait, or did it just end up being a colossal disappointment? I promise the Titan jokes end here. Season 2 picks up right after Annie's capture, where the Scout Regiment has learned a horrible secret. The walls that have protected them for so long are built with Titans inside them. It turns out the church in the city, the ones who straight up built a religion about the walls, are responsible for the walls being this way and are keeping their mouths shut about it. But the Scouts don't have time for political conspiracies. There be Titans to kill. Along with a new Beast Titan who can speak and control the other Titans, there are a few new humans who can transform into Titans. Ultimately, their goal is to take Eren and regroup with the Beast Titan because there's a chance that Eren has abilities that are special, even to Titans. Now, Season 2 has a little less focus than Season 1 did. They're trying to show more character development and give more backstory to some of the most beloved characters in the series, like Krista. That's right, Krista is now a pivotal part of the story. And Krista's not even her real name. Her name is Historia, and she's linked to the church. Somehow. This is the part of the show that says, screw you, read the manga, or have fun waiting 20 years till Season 3. While it is nice to see development between Krista and Ymir that better explains why she feels so attached to Krista, it still comes off rather rushed and will really only mean anything to you if you're already a fan of these two characters. The same thing happens when we get into spoilers. If you haven't finished Season 2, please skip ahead to this time code if you haven't seen Season 2 and do not want to be spoiled. Reiner and Berthold's story. First off, the reveal that they're the armored and colossal Titan is laughable, honestly. Reiner talks to Eren while the other scouts are having a conversation at the same time. But Reiner's not even in the foreground. He's in the background of a conversation that Hanji is having with Armin. Now, to be fair, I understand why it's not the main focus of that scene, but it's just framed so awkwardly. In terms of the reveal itself, Reiner and Berthold really don't mean that much to Eren. They had one scene early in Season 1, but if we're just gonna pull Titans out of nowhere, at least make it someone who Eren had some kind of development with, like Jean or Levi. It makes about as much sense, and at least they had some kind of relationship with Eren, so it carries some kind of weight that they would be Titans. Because again, Reiner and Berthold being Titans only really carries any weight if you already care about those characters. But once the armor and colossal Titans show up, we get some of those incredible fight sequences we've come to expect from Attack on Titan. It's exciting to watch Eren push himself and reach new limits with his abilities. The fights against Annie were some of the best parts of the first season, so having these fights as a larger focus of the second season is exciting to see. Though, I do think some of the initial excitement from Season 1 is missing. I cared more about Hannah and her losing Thomas from their one interaction with each other than when the big death of Season 2 happened. To me, it's more about how these deaths affect the characters rather than the deaths themselves. Armin watching Hannah try to revive Thomas after Armin watched Eren get eaten was incredibly devastating because it puts into perspective just how useless they are against the Titans. Now they aren't so limited. They have a means to fight back. But Eren's powers are so inconsistent in terms of when and how he can transform that it's easy to see how people could see it as a cheap means of creating tension and drama and how it led to probably the most unnecessary death in all of Attack on Titan. And I can see how this show would only be exciting if you're still interested in the series and the characters, and that's kind of the biggest problem of Season 2. If you aren't already excited for it, you'll either be disappointed by it, or you'll pass over it entirely. I can say that as someone who read the manga, I enjoyed watching Season 2, but I knew what was coming. I knew who the Armored and Colossal Titan were, and I was anxious to see those scenes animated. I wasn't really excited for the story, just seeing the action come to life in the show. But to those who had never read the manga, I could see how waiting 5 years for a second season could seem a little disappointing. Now, it may seem like I'm being harsh on Season 2, but don't get me wrong. I love Attack on Titan. I'm all caught up on the manga, and I go back and watch Season 1 every now and then. But as I'm putting this review together, I'm genuinely struggling to decide how I can recommend this show. I really enjoyed the second season, and I think it did a lot to bring Eren along as a character. But again, if you don't care about certain characters like Ymir, Eren, or Krista, this season is going to be a bit of a slog. Levi is barely in the show, same with Armin and Mikasa, so you really have to be invested in all the characters from the Cadet Corps to enjoy this season. If you're curious to check it out, you can watch the subbed and the dubbed version on Funimation with a Funimation subscription. If you've already seen the first season, I do recommend at least giving the second season a try. You might find another character you enjoy and want to follow their story. At least this time, we should only have to wait about a year for Season 3. But you're still not going to find out what's in that basement anytime soon.
Thanks again for watching. To keep you up to date with Anime America, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Tumblr. The best way you can support this channel for free is by sharing this video with your friends, as well as liking this video. If you wish to support us financially, we have a Patreon page, posters for sale on Store Envy, and awesome t-shirts available on Teespring. Don't forget to subscribe to Anime America for more awesome videos that you'll get instantly if you click on the notification bell. We also have another channel called Pop Spectrum, where we review anything in pop culture. More awesome videos will be on the way, so stay tuned to Anime America.